Kumar, IPS, Principal Secretary, Department of Information Technology and Electronics, Government of West Bengal. Sir, if you could kindly come up on the dais. And Mr. Chandrasekhar Ghosh, Managing Director and CEO, Bandhan Bank Limited, and also a former president. Sir. Yeah. I would request Mr. Rajeev Kumar, IPS, Principal Secretary, Department of Information Technology and Electronics, Government of West Bengal, to formally give us his address.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think the morning session was unlike morning session, I'll not throw many numbers at you. I know there's a lot to absorb from the morning session. I'll start with a video on a lighter note, and it's a 30-second clip. It's a very famous series, all of you must have watched it, but just to put things in perspective. Yes.
What? The financial crisis is much worse than we thought. All the cabinet have got to make cuts and they're...
Cabinet meeting, darling?
I want a triple scotch.
Oh, as bad as that. Why?
Apparently the financial crisis is much worse than we thought. All the cabinet have got to make cuts in their spending plans.
Oh, Bandit, would you like a scotch?
Oh, yes, sir. Could I have a large one, please?
Oh, another triple.
Humphrey should have seen this coming and warned me.
I don't think Sir Humphrey understands economics, Prime Minister. He did read classics, you know.
Well, that's Sir Frank. He's head of the Treasury.
Well, I'm afraid he's at an even greater disadvantage in understanding economics. He's an economist.
I'll get on with my actual presentation. So it's a small, I'm not much of a speaker, so I thought I'll engage you through presentation. Pardon me for that. And I'll give a different story, in a sense that we are very confident that we are going to be a third largest economy in times to come, but there are a few challenges which we need to deal at the ground level. That's okay. So, as I understand that, I'll talk to you through example, a recent example which we did, experiment which we conducted, and it's not related to this conference is about Indo-Pacific cooperation, and I will not focus on 40 countries. I'll focus on only one country, that's Bangladesh, which is a neighbor to us, and through an example. So before that, to bring the thing on a serious note, the policies and reforms are okay, and but we also need people to drive those reforms, to be able to set those reforms in motion. And that is on a ground level, we person who's in the state government, and we are looking at things, there are certain challenges which we need to face. This is one of the most famous Chinese journal, who I think 2,500 BC, Shunzu, in a book of his Art of War, he says strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory, and tactics without a strategy is noise before defeat. I understand the policies are important, but with the policy, if you do not have ground level tactics, it's going to be a very long journey. So with that in mind, I'll take you to an experiment which we conducted. It was regarding there used to be there is an export-import taking place from the land borders where Bangladesh is. We have 5 or 6 ICPs, land border checkposts, and export-import takes place. And when we looked at it, We started with the little success, and there are failures, and failures teaches us a lot more. So I'll first go from the, I'll take the success part and show, this is a World Bank person who's.
Hello, I'm Cecile Fruman, the Director for Regional Integration South Asia at the World Bank, and I had the extreme pleasure of visiting Petropol in March of 2023, and I saw firsthand this new program, eSuvida, and the great benefit that it brings to regional trade. Trucks used to spend 40 days, up to 40 days, waiting to enter the integrated checkpoint, and then they'd spend another 110 hours just waiting to clear. That has now been reduced to about 14 hours. And this is absolutely remarkable. And it is truly the future of trade in South Asia. We're looking forward as the World Bank to supporting expansion to other integrated checkpoints in India, but also to other countries of the region, because these automated platforms are what brings efficiency and future trade for this region. Thank you.
So this all sounds nice, and this thing, but there are so many efficiencies, even small efficiencies which we encounter. If we could correct them, there would be a boom in trade and economic activity. I am trying to focus on small things which these trucks used to wait around 40 to 50 days, and there used to be transshipment, and the process was too bad. Now they can book that they can go the same day. But now I'll tell you the negative part, the places where we have not really achieved anything, and there is so much of scope of doing things. Why I bring it to your attention? Because creating things like UPI and BHIM Pay is good for government, but till that time private entrepreneurs make something like Phone Pay or Paytm, this UPI revolution wouldn't have taken place. It's the entrepreneurs who bring value and drive the policy reforms which are put in place. And as we know, all of us know that cross-border trade is like a three-legged race. Both of us have to cooperate, and not only cooperate or the countries, but even the agencies. And what we found on the ICPs, where there are more agencies, the slower the trade. The less agencies, the better the trade. So it is not to take all of them are digitized and computerized, all the agencies like BSF, Customs, Land Port Authority of India, but they don't talk to each other. And the worst part is all the heads of these agencies like Customs, he has studied, the chairman, he has studied with me for 4 years in college. The BSF chief, he has done training with me for 2 years. The finance secretary, he has done FC with me for 6 months, but we are still unable to connect all of them together. So that's the challenges are. I'm trying to focus on the challenges, that the ground level challenges, the policies and the things are good. They need to, like a strategy, but till the time if there are no tactics, if there are no things which move things, it will take a long time. And this I'm talking about goods, and I'll just like to tell you an area which we want to focus on is, you see, the Calcutta airport receives around 4,000 to 5,000 foreigners per day, and you will be surprised that the Petropol border receives 10,000 foreigners if we per day, and they line up, they wait for hours, and our behavior is whether they're going out or coming in is atrocious. I'm talking as if you go there, then you come to know what we are. The policies might be there, everything this thing is there, but then we need to move the things, and they are all coming for treatment here. There was such a economic boom could take place if there was we could set these things right. Policy framework is there, but people are needed to move these policies, these things, align the old processes according to new policies. It's once you go there, as I was talking about, we feel once we started this, the one figure which I would like to give is that when we put this cross-border trade thing, and we put some kind of fee for booking the trucks. So the revenue generated for the government is approximately 1 crore a day. Just by, and they are happy so that they don't have to wait 40-50 days. The total volume for trade is around $4 billion from that Petrapol only. There is so much of volume and of trade, and this thing is looking, if we could just small things we could set right. That's what I'm trying to, and I'm trying to invite all of your attentions, because you people are the ones who really bring about changes. So I'll give you this. I thought I'll show you this, the couple of last slides. Now, when Calcutta to Agartala, once we do the trade, we take around 1550 kilometers. It's a 40 hours long thing. I have plotted it on a Google map. This is the route we take. So this is it takes around 41 hours. You can check it on this thing. If we were to go from Calcutta through to Petrapol, it takes 2.5 hours. Now it's showing right now it's showing 3 hours, 17 minutes. I think it's 1 hour is more because of that traffic in Calcutta today. That's what it looks like. And it was 2.5 hours yesterday. Now it's from Benapol to a point which is near to Agartala, Akhura border, it takes 7 hours. And from Akhura border to Agartala, it takes half an hour. So if you see the traveling time, goods you transport, you don't need to send them on a 16 hours journey. If there was today technology exists, you can track the things, you can really manage things, and you could send them this Agartala would be much nearer than the Siliguri. You could reach that in the same day, 10 to 12 hours instead of 40 hours. And you would say, no, there is a lot of policy intervention required. I'll just give you a thing. There is a thing called BBIN. This is called Bhutan, Bangladesh, India, Nepal Initiative. In 2014-15, they came to a decision, this is what we will do. They ran a truck also. They sent a truck from Calcutta to Agartala. I think that was the one and the last truck which went and kind of proved the concept. The issue, what I'm trying to tell you is there's a lot of efficiency. If you can bring the efficiency in the existing processes, and existing processes, a good modern process can be designed because the new good policies have really come into picture, but we need some people to drive those policies and take advantage of things. This will generate so much of revenue if a rough back of the envelope calculation shows that if there was a reasonable amount of charge Bangladesh government were to put, they will generate $1 million a day from the traffic which will go to Agartala or the northeast instead of this thing. And the figures which I am giving are of 2014-15. That time the Padda Setu was not there. The Dhaka, that used to be a big issue. Now we have a big flyover on that near Dhaka, and it takes around 4 hours from Benapol to this thing. It's as near to Benapol is as near to Calcutta as to Dhaka. So with these thoughts, I thought I'll maybe disrupt the line of thought which was going through the conference, and it was more the policy perspective which was being talked about. I thought I'll give you my 2 pence of experience on the ground. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and thank you for the time giving me this opportunity. Yeah.